Hey everybody, welcome back to X's for Show for the first ever casting special, our Drag Race Fantasy Draft special. We are so excited. We have been talking about this for weeks. We are going to create our own special teams of girls that are going to participate in this magical fantasy draft. And we're just going by how incredible these girls' stats are and just talking about how much we love these queens. They're the real stars. But for the rest of us, I'm Nico. Nico Action, NICO ACTION.
And I'm TK Accidental.
And I'm Tori at XM Tori. That's Tori with an I.
Hey everyone, it's Jonah. You can follow me places at PJonah.
And that makes me your producer, KEVO. You can find me at KEVO Really. Make sure, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe so that we know what you want us to cover in the future. I'm stoked. I love the games that we play, and I love us coming up with a new game. I'm super excited to sort of mod, DM, show run, visualize for us, and excited to see how everyone plays. So let's do it.
So what's going to happen is each one of us, except Kevo, who is going to be our Michelle, right? We're going to pick 5 queens based on some values. Now, what Tori did, Tori's an incredible genius, and Tori went through and created a document with every girl's placement, and then kind of like we determined what the challenge types were, and we came up with Tori, what's the acronym?
I believe that it is CUNT, Charisma Uniqueness Nerve Talent.
And we came up with values for each one of these motherfucking girls and how incredible they are. This is just about how great every one of these girls is. We are here to celebrate what makes drag so powerful, where the idea of taking what makes somebody special, unique, creative, and amazing, and taking it to the next level, and just sort of exaggerating it in this magical way, and how that has created an enterprise of TV shows around the world, and how much we love it. So we've come up with a way to sort of like play this out, where there's a maxi challenge and a mini challenge, and there's in fact the drama. And we are going to make this so much fun for y'all to play along with at home. We want you guys to be living the dream. It's really incredible that the show is 17 seasons old at this point, because we're talking about a show that is now so old that the people that are entering to compete don't remember a world before this show existed. Yeah. What a beautiful legacy. Many people don't realize that the Olympics were kind of forgotten until 1896, when they were brought back in a grand tradition. Now, the Olympics would go on to influence so much of what we do. For anybody who's ever been to the Walt Disney World Resort, those road signs were actually designed by the person who designed the Olympic Village signs throughout the 80s. So, there is such an influence of how these visuals come to identify what we understand community and culture to be. And so, when we're talking about these girls, how many people say, oh, a clown drag, that's a Bianca? How many people say a bog witch, that's a Jinx Monsoon? How many people say a total faithful, I swear to God, bitch, that's a Bob the Drag Queen? Oh my God. Bob on Traders. So we are here to celebrate why these girls are breathtaking, beautiful, and amazing. Tori, would you explain a little bit what we're here to do draft-wise today? I believe we're doing something called a snake draft.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be into sports, but some of us are surrounded by people who are. And sometimes people do fantasy drafts. And basically what that means is that you get a certain number of points to use to pick your people, and we're doing a snake draft, which basically means that we're going to have an order, and then it's going to get flipped, which is basically a great way of saying that yes, the first person gets the first choice, but the fourth person gets the fourth and fifth choice, and so it all sort of evens out in a wonderful manner, so that none of us are left feeling like a pork chop.
But to be this season's pork chop, this is taking place, as I said, during season 17, and Hormona, this season's pork chop, definitely got her gravy, as she is still hanging in real hard. But there are some other really cool things that we did. Like, Tori, what are some of the categories?
Category is.
Charisma is girl groups, acting, and advertisements, and the finale crown. Things that we felt were more about, like, presence. About
Like
it.
Jada Essence Hall.
Yes.
And
Where...
if we were to look over there at uniqueness.
And then uniqueness over here is we were looking at design challenges as a whole, and then in particular the ball challenge, as well as makeovers.
Okay, how about Nerve?
Nerve comes down to stuff that's a little more exciting, a little more interesting. You have group improv, stand up, and choreo / Lollapalooza.
Ooh, I love it. And what about the big old T talent?
Now, talent is where we've got kind of the talent show / music video. We've got singing challenges, or the Rusical, and then we also have Snatch Game.
I love it. So we are all going to go by, it's a score value determined by placements, lip syncs, and more. It's all mathematically fair. We tried to figure out ways to not give some people too many advantages, but not undermine people who were incredibly successful in secondary seasons. You know, when you think about it, Trixie Mattel, literally one of the most successful drag queens in history, and yet, you know, her original season, she's not exactly breaking down barriers. So, you know, when you think about the bigger picture, that is what we sought to do. So, does anyone have any questions before I wanted to use the fake gay pronunciations before we move into the snake draft? All right, well, this is one snake draft because here we go.
Oh, because it's the year of the snake. We just started that.
Oh,
that's Wednesday.
Hey, New Year, right?
Happy Lunar New Year, folks.
Amazing. So I want to make sure that nobody takes longer than like 3 minutes, though I think most people have kind of like a list. So I don't think it'll be that hard. But I know I get to go first, and I'm very lucky. And I thought long and hard about who I was going to pick first. There's people that I'm going to pick later because their point values are lower, even though I would have picked them earlier. I do want to get things started with... none other than the most impressed I've ever been by a live performer compared to their season run, who I already thought was incredible in their season, Miss Vanjie. My first pick is Miss Vanjie, whose overall record is absolutely Corinne Bailey Rae, and I'm gonna put it on. So, Miss Vanjie, you are my first pick.
Coming in swinging.
All right.
Next up is Jonah.
So my pick, I'm going for a heavy hitter. I'm going for someone I'd make the captain of my team. And it's so funny because they are, they just were in the process of not becoming one of the worst cooks of America. I'm drafting Trinity the Tuck Taylor.
Whoa!
Winningest drag queen on Drag Race that we've ever had.
Wow.
I know she's not really on our program, but I'm so excited like she is.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Folks are swinging big.
Next up, we have our own resident drag performer on air. We have Tori.
Hello. I am going to choose She Don't Miss. It's Shea Coulee.
Oh.
I should have known by being 8th. I wasn't going to get them both.
And now here's where things get wild. With a 1-2 punch, we have Mr. TK.
2 choices in a row. Who's it going to be?
Right off the bat, I dropped a hint early on by wearing this hat. You know, I had to go with a local girl, Miss Katya, of course, is my first pick. Gotta be. It's gotta be my Boston queen. Pick 2. Okay, this is where stuff gets interesting. I think I am going to go with Miss Jada Essence Hall.
Amazing choices. This is incredible.
Love this.
Oh,
Ooh.
not since John Mayer, Dave Matthews, and Billie Eilish were all in the same Hulu video has there been this much talent in one recording.
Essence Hall. She was on my 20-person bench.
So we bounce now back down and around to you, Tori, right?
Yes. So my next one is, undefeated lip sync queen as she is. I will be taking Miss Roxy Andrews.
Wow.
Pennywise herself.
Woo!
Stop. You're not wrong. Okay.
Guacamole.
Holy guacamole indeed. Jonah, what do you have to beat that?
I was going to do a bit, but I didn't know if I was going to read right on camera, so I didn't want to do it. So the person I'm picking for my second draft, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every day is leg day, Miss Life's Not Fair, Naomi Smalls.
Naomi Smalls.
So you're doing happy days, because I did that earlier today.
Amazing. The amount of talent that we have going on here is killing me. I am so excited.
NICO, are you ready to sling it right back around with your own
He
double?
gets 2 now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who's it gonna be?
you want a taste of me? I'm a picking motherfucking Simone. I was like, she was my number 3. What an absolute queen. I am so excited to have her on my team. And now, because I love to be a little predictable when it is appropriate. Oh my God! I will be taking Miss Raja O'Hara. Because if you guys thought I was sleeping on that, you're crazy. That is one of the most impressive performers of the entire franchise, and I could not be more excited than to bring her to my team.
All right, so far you have Vanjie Simone and Raja O'Hara. Joan has Trinity and Naomi Smalls. Tori has Shea Coulee and Roxy Andrews. And TK has Katya and Jada Essence Hall.
Ooh.
So, let's keep this party going, kids. Jonah, who is now your third?
Cook it.
My third pick, I think I'm gonna take someone who I think probably could have been worth a little bit more points if I'm being honest.
Shade.
No. I'm saying this as like I'm getting her for a steal. I'm taking Miss Current Reigning Nymphia Wind.
Ooh. We all sounded like a little wind there for a second. Love that.
Nanners.
Love that.
Nanners.
Oh, what a good one to pick.
That is an excellent pick. I mean, how do you contain this human? I mean, you gotta pick yourself sometimes. It's Chanel.
You are beautiful.
I am
beautiful.
Wow.
Week after week.
Week after week.
week.
We're gonna hear about her.
Pick.
I can't believe how many people you guys took from my fucking list.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's what's so fun. I would love, if not for this, at some point for everyone to talk about, who they missed out on, because that's so fascinating to me. But now we have 2 more queens that are about to get knocked out once again. TK, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. Next on the agenda, the myth, the legend, the person that took a picture with us earlier this year, Bob the Drag Queen.
Nice, Bob the DQ.
I just want you to know that if you learned acting from Zac Efron, he wasn't very good.
And then for my second pick, this one is tough. I am going to go with Miss Willow Pill.
Ooh.
You can go as fast as you want and do that number as fast as you want.
She may hate people, but I hope she loves teamwork.
Did not have the points for that bitch.
Tori.
I am gonna go with. Oh gosh! See, we are now at the point where I need to go to my top 20 options template. This is very exciting. I know, it's wild. I am gonna go with Miss Plastique Tiara.
I have only
I
one person.
believe in her like no
My
other.
girlfriend.
I have one person before my final two votes. I am like sweating profusely. I'm like, who is Jonah gonna take from me? This has been wild.
Uh-oh. You ready, Jonah?
Yes, I am. I'm ready to drink a beautiful sparkling bubbly. I'd like some rosé, please.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh.
Love that.
You did take my number 4. But I'm gonna give my number 4, my actual number 4, and then Kevo, would you recap everybody's 4 before we do our final 5?
Yeah.
As I knock everything over.
Bless.
I would just like to say that my next pick, she is unlikely to finish out my entire season, but she can stand on her head, and that is in fact Miss Heidi in Closet.
Ooh. Very nice. Very nice.
Love that.
I just figured that nobody else would pick her because she wouldn't make it to the end of anybody's season.
Oh no.
So Kevo, can you give us the top 4 rundown for everybody?
Where we are at so far, you, Mon Capitan, have Vanjie, Simone, Raja O'Hara, and Heidi in Closet. Jonah has Trinity the Tuck, Naomi Smalls, Nymphia Wynn, and Rosé. Tori has Shea Coulee, Roxy Andrews, Chanel, and Plastique Tiara, and TK rounds us out with Katya, Jada Essence Hall, Bob the Drag Queen, and Willow Pill. What fantastic teams so far. And now we come to the grand finale, rounding out our Drag Queen Avengers.
This last one was really hard for me. I was between two people, and I voted with my heart instead of voting by necessarily track record. And this is the drag queen that I have literally paid the most to see the most in my life so far. And I would be a poor fan indeed if I did not pick Miss Safira Cristal, my number 1 of all time. A woman who I just genuinely think is the most talented performer in all of Drag Race history. And so I picked Miss Safira Cristal, who fills my heart with a warm, special feeling.
Nice. Jonah.
So I'm looking at my roster. I'm looking at where I need to, have someone help fill some of that gap that I think I'm missing on my team. The only thing I can really say about that is baloney.
Damn it,
Jonah, God damn it!
Fucking damn
Oh my god!
This throws off everything for me.
Twist! Plot twist right before Tori could get hers in.
I can't afford her. I actually can't afford her.
No,
I
get
could.
that. And
She was my final pick. I was sure nobody was picking her.
That was great.
Neat.
God bless.
Neat.
Man, wow, Jonah coming in
Bless.
with all the
Good for
choices.
you.
God damn you,
all
Jonah.
the choices. Wow. All right.
Tori,
Well,
now what do we say?
Oh, there's just so many opciones that I am gonna go with, but I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with Miss Morphine Love Dion.
So good.
I'm gonna come for all of it. All your necks. Good luck.
Giggity. TK, what are you coming for?
All right,
Relevant,
this last one
NICO.
was tough, but she had the best look ever in the history of Drag Race, and I think she'll bring a lot of power to my team, and a lot of meanness too, which I think is important. Miss Violet Chachki.
Violet Chachki. Kevo, would you do us a favor and with that incredible
Recap?
wombat who transforms into a different wombat, would you please tell us everybody's 5 people?
Yeah, going right back to the beginning with you. Once again, Mon Capitan. We have Miss Vanjie, Simone, Raja O'Hara, Heidi in Closet, and Saphira Cristal. The Boy Wonder, Jonah, has Trinity the Tuck, Naomi Smalls, Nymphia Wind, Rose, and Bianca. Tori herself has Shea Coulee, Roxy Andrews, Chanel, Plastique Tiara, and Morphine Love Dion. And TK has Katya, Jada Essence Hall, Bob the Drag Queen, Willow Pill, and rounds it all out with Violet Chachki.
Is TK's team 3 winners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say that's incredible. And if
4.
I had 3 people, 4?
4. Jada,
Yeah,
Bob,
Jada.
Willow,
Jada, I
and
missed
Violet.
Jada from my list.
Yeah. And arguably
Wow.
Katya.
I missed out on Sasha Colby.
Yep.
Just never
Sasha was
room.
on mine too.
She was my next alternate. I missed out on Shea Coulee. I missed out on Bosco, who was on my list because she was a steal. She was a steal. Bosco, is the dark horse of anybody's next season. My God. I missed out on. I'd had the mind to go for Bob, but I figured that for the score, it was a little iffy on points for what else I wanted. I passed on Candy Muse. If I hadn't gotten Miss Vanjie, I would have taken Candy. Because for what I was hoping to build a team out of, for the point value,
She's your tank.
Yeah, she's my tank. Yeah, absolutely. I was shocked that nobody decided that the Muse is back. It's becoming deeper every time I do it.
Yeah, it is. I love it though.
Who else missed out on a hot ass bitch?
I mean, I had walked in here saying Shea Coulee, Roxy Andrews, Chanel, and Simone, and I was like, and whatever the 5th is, whatever the 5th is. That's what I came in with. I came in, and I ran out of points at a certain point, but I was looking at Alyssa Edwards, I was looking at Silky, I was looking at Ginger Minj.
I looked at
Gottmik.
Ginger for a hot fucking minute too. Those numbers are great.
Those numbers are really good. But I was really eyeing the fact of 40 points is 40 points. So I kept my chill factor. But yeah, there's some good stuff in here.
I was really looking at also Kennedy, Jinx, Jujubee. Again, just all the Boston girls. I'm gonna grab them up. Evie Oddly.
She really delivers.
No, not her. Cracker. I was looking at Cracker. I was looking at
Cracker.
Bendela.
Cracker was next on my list.
And the Violet call was really a snap decision. It was either they were neck and neck, and they're neck and neck on the points too. It was either Violet or Aquaria, and the Aquaria almost got it because of the Nox video, the video for Slow Song.
Best video of the entire year, best song of that year. Like literally
Yeah, it was
most
both
underappreciated
really great.
artist. Dragonette is so important.
Yes. And the only reason it was Violet is there's a lot of reasons why it's Violet, but she edged Aquaria out ever so slightly because I do still to this day consider that moment where she comes out for Bob's coronation in that fucking Goblin Queen dress that's probably my number one moment in Drag Race history. And yeah, so, wanted to put that power on my team, and I'm very excited to see what these girls do together.
So, Jonah, was there anybody that you didn't get? Was there anybody that you were just hunkering all over for, hoping that you get?
You did snatch Simone from me, and that was devastating for me. I don't know how I'm going to financially recover from this. But there was a couple of queens that I had my eye on because of the way we had 40 points total. I was finicking around with, all right, how do you maximize your points? You don't need to use all of them, but because sometimes someone you might like that you have ideas of where they might be good at might not be 6 or 7 points, but you get somebody really talented. Not that everybody else isn't talented. You can get someone for like 5 points. There was a couple other queens I was considering. I was considering Bosco for a hot minute. I had a list with Alaska in it because I think Alaska is really amazing at Drag Race. She's truly understands Ru and her humor.
And her stats reflect that.
I was thinking about Dayla. Dayla is another person who came back and dominated All-Stars 3 until her leaving. And, some people like Hiding Closet. There's so many, not even just fan favorites, but I think every queen deserves that little bit of love, a little bit of shine. And I hope if anybody does have to come across this, just know that this is not only just in good fun and love and upliftingness, it's strictly just based off the show.
Yeah. So each week, what we're going to do with these girls is we're going to begin our gameplay with a mini challenge. And it'll be one of the classic games from the show. But we'll kind of be playing it for the girls. And so it's just kind of give us extra points, really, if you think about it. And then from there, we throw in a twist, the drama, as it were. I can't believe she got what she wanted. She really is one of the most quoted things of the entire show. She really is the drama. Good for her. Scarlet Lady, though she be. The main challenge, we're going to kind of play through the history of main challenges on the show. And we're going to use these stats to generate some conversation about these girls. But I want to be really clear that not a single moment is about tearing down a girl or making fun of a girl or ever pointing out their weaknesses. No, we are here to be on your nerves. We are here to point out why a girl doing great means a girl did great, and there is no reason to point out anything else. We are going to herald our girls as the funniest, as the most fashionable, as the most creative, I do believe as the CUNT-iest, as it were, in the world. And we are going to just kind of play this out. What if these were the challenges and these girls played out this way? Now, one thing I do want to say is, what would Drag Race be without a lip sync? And so we have found a way to lip sync. And while we cannot Laganja off a box, what we can do is we can D20 with the best of them. And because so many of us have so much tabletop experience, we have built in a D20 factor to this, which is maybe a little more absurd than usual, but we're here for it. We're going to have the best time.
That's the game.
It's the game. So we are ready to start recording this and bringing this to you guys. We have built out a season of excitement with the most amazing of intentions, talking about how every one of these girls, whether they were on 17 seasons ago or they're on now, every one of them is still beautiful and vital, and we can still imagine them in new competitions. We can imagine them doing new, creative, amazing challenges and showing their art in ways that we've never seen. And this is about talking about why these queens are the queens that have been on and in our hearts for 17 years, and we just can't wait to talk more about it. So I'm really excited. I think what I'm most excited about is hearing what you guys love, because I did not anticipate all of your team picks, even though I feel like everyone picked is somebody I would go, oh my god, that's my favorite. But I still wouldn't have picked some of them. And so it was so exciting to hear you guys call out your teams, because it made me drop my jaw a few times. There's a couple of places where I'm going to watch back this video and I'm going,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be so funny to see. And so what are you guys most looking forward to from this experiment in gameplay, and then eventually putting it on Kickstarter with blessing from World of Wonder Games that we're gonna CEO, so it's no big deal.
Oh, you've been talking to my dad?
Yeah.
Your dad, my favorite guy.
He wishes.
I wish
He
I
wishes.
was talking to your dad.
I mean, I'm so excited to get to discuss another 25 great, amazing queens every week. I'm so excited to hear us get passionate and excited, and probably get excited about other people's queens too. I think that our judging is going to be very friendly throughout, and I'm amped to see how it all goes, how this test pilot goes, and see if maybe someday we can do it with you, viewer, right at home.
Yeah.
I know some viewers that I'm sure are going to message us and be like, how do I play at home? How do I play along? Where are the Google Sheets?
How do I do it with you?
But speaking of the very best, because Google Sheets is so much better than Excel. Speaking of the very best, Jonah, what are you most looking forward to from this season experiment?
I'm just looking forward to having some fun, to uplifting girls that we love, to finding ways to figure out, oh, this is how you do a good, how to better the draft, how to think about, key queens you might need to fill in your roster somewhere. I'm here for the strategy, and I'm here for the upliftingness of it all.
I love that. And, while Jonah, you had been pushing me to watch this for 5 years, it took TK being like, no, you'll enjoy it. Shut up, watch it. For me to be like, well, if TK, Jonah, and Trixie all say it. So, as my very own whip vote, TK, what are you most looking forward to from this Shadow Hearts Covenant Kudelka experiment?
Just closing my eyes and imagining the world in which this is all actually happening. And I see Trixie and Bob in the huddle trying to figure out how to win this challenge. And just all the incredibly stupid stories and one-liners and drama I will make up in my own stupid mind to produce this show.
We will be posting the Untucked on nifty.org.
Yes.
It's for our OnlyFans.
Jeez. Oh my god, what a deep web cut.
Yeah, I think these kids use Wattpad now.
Oh no!
Oh.
Again? That's what
We're
we're
all
using.
injured. We're all injured except Jonah, who just
Oh
sort
my
of moved
God.
obviously. No, I mean, I'm just
Right.
excited because I think I am a drag performer in my fashion, and I'm hoping to get back out more on the stage in the next year. And I am a musician and a performer and a writer of queer art for the last 20-something, 30-something years, and this gives me the same opportunity that hearing that my local theater is doing a production of Sweeney Todd gives me, because I don't believe that I'm stepping into the role of Vanjie. That'd be insane and creepy. I believe that I'm understanding what Vanjie played in her season, and I'm looking to the same way I would sing Antony with all my heart. I'm looking to play Vanjie in a season of Drag Race like she is, a Tony-winning role going back 40 years. So I'm so excited, and I can't wait. And until we come back to do all of this, Kevo, would you do me one big favor? What are you looking forward to from this season? And would you please read our rosters one last time?
All right. Well, to read it out one last time, we have NICO Action with Miss Vanjie, Simone, Raja O'Hara, Heidi in Closet, and Safira Cristal. Peak Jonah has Trinity the Tuck, Naomi Smalls, Nymphia Wind, Rose, and Bianca Del Rio. SM Tori has Shea Coulee, Roxy Andrews, Chanel, Plastique Tiara, and Morphine Love Dion. And TK Accidental has Katya, Jada Essence Hall, Bob the Drag Queen, Willow Pill, and Violet Chachki. Got it that time. As for me, Kevo, really, I'm really excited to see how this plays out. I know how hard you and Tori worked on this game and the mechanics. I know how much you checked in and worked with TK and Jonah to make sure it worked with them. And something that I love about what we do is, like I said at the very beginning, I love our games. I love when we do our tier makers. I love when we do our stuff like this. I even love the way that it relates to our things like our marathon broadcasts, or like when we did our song rankings. I'm looking forward to the way in which we can do the next round of this when we get through this one. Maybe only all-star picks, who knows? But there's a lot of fun ways that we can have a really good time with this, and I am looking forward to all of that.
I mean, like Meatloaf style, Bad Outta Hell Volume 1, you took the words right out of my mouth. And I am... So it's really a Jim Steinem reference, if you're really asking me. But that's such a...
I was thinking it was more of a Liza Minnelli song.
You're not recently gay!
The show's so old now.
Oh my god, but speaking of somebody who really is Italian... oh wow, two people, either Tori or Jonah. Who wants to give their sign off and kick it to the other spaghetti sibling?
You can find me places at Peak Jonah. Tori, where can everybody find you?
You can find me online at SM Tori. That's Tori with an I.
Oh my god, the you guys are the new Team Rocket. I'm telling you, you guys, you have a talking cat and you're here to do crime. But speaking of people who actually are criminal talking cats, Kevo, as Felon Garfield, where can everybody find you on... My god, Felon Garfield should be your new social media handle, but where can everybody find you until then?
Oh, I wasn't sure which one of us was going to be the felon cat, but I accept it, and you can find me in my mischievous ways getting my dinner from a garbage can over at Kevo Really.
Well, obviously he's not a felon cat. He's a space-age crusading dog looking out to take care of the entire intergalactic realm. And that would be TK as a Captain Space Pup, taking care of the entirety of outer space. Where can everybody find you online?
Yeah, TK Accidental, of course. And last but not least, our glorious Captain. Where can everybody find you?
Oh, geez. I think you guys can find me at NICO Action. That's NICOACTION. You guys can find my music, NICO Action Music, at NICOACTION MUSIC on YouTube Music and SoundCloud. But you know, if you guys want to check out everybody on this show, you guys can also check everybody out at HTML. That's Husbands Talking More or Less, as well as X's for Podcast for amazing comic coverage, and X's for Show for all sorts of media. Don't forget, though, if you guys hit like, comment, and subscribe, it sort of keeps us alive in this weird magical algorithm flux capacitator kind of way. But there's 3 things you guys can do to keep yourselves going strong, and that's what's really important. Number 1, you guys can stay safe. The world is crazy out there. Please do what it takes to keep yourselves protected. Number 2, be brave. Who you are is so important to us, and we want to see that spirit shine. And then number 3, evolve daily, because who you were yesterday, incredible. Who you are today, amazing. But who you are tomorrow, that's the real snikt. And until then, we cannot wait to see you. So stay strong and be there. Hey everybody, welcome to the first ever X's for Show casting special for the draft race, for the Drag Race Fantasy. I'm going to take it back from the beginning.
I like Draft Race, but go.
I like Draft Race
Yeah.
too. This is gonna go at the end. Okay.
It's really chilly.